And we are back for the second set. Briarcliff leads 1-0 with Nanuet starting off to serve. That was not a point Briarcliff should have lost. They did everything right. It was just one bad spike right into the net.
And you can't even put it all on the spiker, who was Tony Blanchette. The pass just came a little too low, and she couldn't get the spike away that she wanted, which caused it to go right into the leaping arms of the defender. As now Nanuet has a quick 2-0 lead in the set.
With Nanuet to serve again. That was just unlucky where it went right into the net. No set easy enough, and it was just very, very difficult. Nanuet leads 3-0 in the second set. This is definitely not the start Briarcliff wanted to have. They had always had a 5-point lead in every single point that at the beginning of the set in the first, and now they're already down 4-0. Hopefully they can come back and be able to tie and get the lead.
Well, that'll help them. More Nanuet's serving troubles. We'll get the Bears on the board in the second set. As Hannah Rollis checked in for Pearline Iose, was taken out just a couple points ago. And there, Anna Albert coming up with a really nice dipping serve that gave the defender from Nanuet no chance to really get a good return.
Again, beautiful serve with a lot of topspin on it, so it dived right in front of the defense. Beautiful play by the Briarcliff D. And for Nanuet, they need to remember that their strength is their front line. They will be able to stop everything that comes their way.
Now Anna Albert misfiring on that serve. But it's all about communication so far. Both teams having some trouble communicating in a couple near collisions and just misplays on the ball. Another one nearly there.
That was amazing on both sides. Just ended up being an unlucky shot for the Bears. Briarcliff needs to be able to get back into this game. They have not won anything yet. They still need 2 more sets to win. This seems to be like the same drought that Briarcliff had in the first set when it was around 10-10. They were always mishitting the ball, not getting it where they wanted to, and hopefully this is just the same thing as they had last time, and they can get over it and get the next point.
Another Nanuet misfire on the serve, helping, but more miscommunication as we've seen from the Bears in the last few points. And something to keep an eye on, even though Miss Mia Persico just served that one a little long, is that she's been moving all over the court, and she'll be utilized by the Bears in many ways. A versatile talent. And what a great defensive play by the Bears. Just a good setup. Hannah Rollis just caught that one a little funky.
Yeah, I would say funky is just about the right way to say that. If she could have hit that any better, it would have gone over and it would have put Nanuet in a real bind because there was nobody there where that ball was going. That seems to be the issue. That seems to be the issue for Briarcliff, and luckily they were able to get over that. Nanuet has been able to block almost every single spike that they've had. They could barely get anything to the floor. Great play by Briarcliff to tip it right over the net and be able to land it with right on the floor in bounds.
Yeah, just more good teamwork there. That's been the recipe for success. There were two Bears up there at one point to block the shot, and then it just fell right to the outside player who was able to tip that one over, and no response coming from Nanuet, as maybe the Bears can put together a mini run to get themselves back into this set.
Briarcliff to serve. Amazing point by both sides. Briarcliff stopping many spikes by Nanuet, and Nanuet just continuing to put the pressure on Briarcliff. Briarcliff is very lucky to be able to get that point.
I think that was easily the best point of the match, coming from both sides, as defense at a premium. Obviously, it looked like the point could have been ended a few times, but good defense kept it alive. And that one sailed just long, so maybe the Bears can build off of that point. They're now tied at net 9, so maybe that will be a turning point in the set, maybe the match.
As it seems, defense and serving seems to be the MO for Briarcliff. They need to continually get back to that formula if they want a chance to win this match. And that was a beautiful topspin shot by Nanuet to get back the point and get up 11-9. Briarcliff needs to fight back again and get this back to even.
You know, more than just great net front presence from both teams on that point. A lot of, near the net action, and eventually Nanuet just pushed it long. But the Bears are now fighting, and their chemistry starting to come together a little bit more. See if they can continue it. And nearly an amazing effort from Mia Persico, and then Hannah Rallis just too tight on the net.
They seem to be coming together as a team. They're really starting to work in unison and get all the shots that they need.
And actually on that point, a badminton birdie fell out of one of the rafters, so I'm sure that the gym staff will be quite happy about that. They've lost many through the years through careless play or just pretty bad play, although it's a pretty competitive badminton unit when it comes that time of the year.
That seems to be the one and very few times that Briarcliff has been able to get a spike down. Every single time it seems like it's getting blocked at some point. They need to build off of this and get the spikes down.
So far in the set, after getting down, it's been 2 steps forward, 1 step back for the Bears. See if they can finally get over the hump in this set. They've played better, but they haven't been able to come up with the big points to take the lead and grab control yet, and there's another example of it. They've played better for the most part of the second half of the second set, but they just haven't been able to come up with the big points.
With Nanuet to serve again, they're trying to go up by 4 points. And Nanuet seems to not be able to get to that 4-point lead. When they have, it's just been at the beginning of this set. If they can get over that hump, they might have something going. And a Nanuet point with a touch by Tony Blanchett, trying to go up and block it and just accidentally touch the net.
You know, from my vantage point here, it actually looked like she was all clean on the plate. Might have been a Nanuet. Chopped to the net, but the officials didn't see it that way, and now the Bears on a little bit of a skid after they couldn't quite close in. And they're going to need to find a little bit of a gear they haven't gotten in the second set if they want to have a chance at finishing this in straights.
And Nanuet has finally gone over that 4-point hump. Now they have a 5-point lead over Briarcliff, and now it's become late in the second set. And this might turn out to be a blowaway if Nanuet can continually keep the ball on their side. After the timeout, Nanuet to serve up by 5 points.
It's just a little careless right now coming from the Bears. The passes are in pinpoint, which are setting up not so perfect spike opportunities, and we saw it there. It just wasn't the movement they wanted, and Mia Persico sailed it long.
Briarcliff seems to be trying to make the most important, trying to make the hardest shot, trying to make the most perfect shot. What they really need to do is just make Nanuet play the ball. When Nanuet has played the ball, it's really gone both ways. They've been successful, and then they've also not been successful.
More communication errors on the Briarcliff side of things, as the passes just have been very close to the net, and no one's there to turn around for it. Anna Albert's had a couple struggles in the second set, just not quite finding her rhythm. Hopefully she can get it back, and she'll try now as she will serve with the Bears down by 7, but Nanuet still has 5 more points before they can win the set.
Another instance of bad communication. I think Briarcliff needs to now forget about this set because right now they are down by 8 and Nanuet only needs 4 points. This seems like this is Nanuet's set, and Briarcliff needs to reboot and remember what they did in that first set to get them these points.
More clear miscommunication, and you can see it from Coach Katie Walker on the sideline as Albert and Lee Niosi just not on the same page, and they went for the ball at the same time. And obviously when that happens, nothing good is going to result. Nanuet closing in on the second set. Looks like night and day compared to from the first. I don't know if it's necessarily Nanuet that's raised their level or the Bears who have just kind of dropped, but either way it's caused quite the momentum swing.
I think it's more Briarcliff has not played up to their expectations. They've just not been able to get the crisp passes. Amazing play by Nanuet. They are just taking it to the Bears. They're making the Bears feel uncomfortable and not really knowing what they are doing.
I don't know if it's the formation that Briarcliff plays that's just not working right now, but as we've seen on the back end, besides Maria Capasso holding down in the back as a libero, there have been some voids along the sides, and that one clearly out of the reach of Capasso. Nobody's there to back her up, so maybe that's an adjustment the Bears will have to make, just either the communication or the spacing, because Nanuet has really found a hole.
Yes, they have. They're finding every hole that Briarcliff has, and it was the exact reversal of that in the first set. Every ball that Briarcliff was hitting was finding a dead spot in the court. Now let's see if Briarcliff can make a comeback at this, or if Nanuet's going to find those 2 more points.
Miscommunication galore this time between Mia Persico and Hannah Rallis. Nanuet now just a single point away from leveling this match at a set apiece.
And it seems like this is destined to be Nanuet's game. Briarcliff has created too many turnovers, and they just survived by 1 more point.
And even though the set isn't over just yet, this seems just destined for a 5-setter based on the way things have gone. These two teams pretty evenly matched. Hasn't been the cleanest games on both sides. A little bit of sloppiness, but it'd be in store for quite an entertaining match, even as Nanuet is getting a little careless towards the end of this set.
Nanuet cannot forget about that they have not won this set yet. They need 1 more point. They're starting to look like what the Bears looked like at the beginning of this set. Very indecisive and not sure what shot that they should take. And Nanuet wins the set. I agree with Eli. This match can go 5 sets, and this set might not be over by a long shot.